Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Farescape engineers, inspect the summary video. Here we are in Oakland. It's a 10-story Farescape here on 12th. And what we have is the Farescape must be structurally sound. It must be kept painted in order to certify every 5 years. And also looking at the load test, if it's ready for a load test. In some cases, the load test is not required by the city, but is required by the insurance company. Otherwise, the certificate that will be submitted if the Farescape is certified and when certified must have a disclaimer to the owner, to the city, as well as to the insurance company that a load test was not performed. So let's go on with that. In order to be structurally sound and must be kept painted, those are the 2 requirements. Painted, the Farescape has been kept painted. Fairly well-maintained building, masonry block wall, or masonry wall with stucco. But structurally, she's not ready to be load tested, and she has some deficiencies, which I will point out as I step going down the entire length of the Farescape down to the cantilever. So, talking about the paint first, it's older than 1978. It probably has lead paint. It's the EPA wants you to have EPA guidelines if you're going to scrape and paint it in any way. And most likely, this is all going to need just a spot paint and paint the work affected. Otherwise, she does has a decent paint job already on there. Let's talk about the structural, starting with a ladder. The ladder system, I have photographs from the roof. She's pretty well tied in. She does have some issues on the other ladder over there, mainly obstruction issues, but from here to the ladder point here, we have only this obstruction issue. We have to reconfigure this with the authority of the city to make sure that it's okay, because right now, in order for you to get out this window, which is a main hallway, they can't feed because there's only 4 inches here. So we're going to try to move this post over here and create some sort of ability to basically get somebody to pass through here and then get into the staircase. Otherwise, this is a pre-existing non-conforming issue that may be allowed to continue this way, but only the city has the authority. I can only identify it as a concern. Any welded connections needs to be backed up with a bolt, otherwise it needs to be load tested. And in some cases, some of the work that was done here was done by a welder. And holes remain where they should have put in a bolt, but they welded it instead. So all the welds need to be load tested. Otherwise, we can give you a visual opinion on it, but that opinion comes with a disclaimer, again, back to the owner, to the city, and to the insurance company, that welded connection was not load tested. So another hole right there with the welded connection. So this is one area of concern. There's a major crack right there on the wall there, and that's a lot of time it's seismic activity, but these are through bolted back into the building. And then you've got I-beam box construction that comes in cantilevers out the building. So let's go down some things.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Farescape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.